Welcome to module number 5, the module on self-love. In this module, you will learn what self-love is, what self-love is not, and I will share some things you can do daily that will help you practice self-love. Let's dive in. We often hear the term self-love or the importance of loving yourself, but what does that even mean? We live in a social world, and as important as it is to consider and acknowledge others, it's also important to consider and acknowledge your inner voice, desires, wants, and needs. Self-love is appreciating who you are and living by a word that I use a lot, authenticity. Authenticity is when you are being your most genuine self and living in a way where you are observing your thoughts and your emotions and communicating their truths, your truths, not the perceived truths from others. Remember the TFA for thoughts, feelings, and actions that we talked about in the emotions module? Every thought you have precedes an emotion that you will experience. If you change your thought, your emotion will change, and then your action or behavior can also change. Simply put, change your thoughts, change your life. You're probably asking right now, how does this relate to self-love? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Working on TFA will really help you grow in your ability to become your most authentic self. Most of us don't even stop to think about our thoughts and emotions, and we tend to believe that we don't have any control at all over our behavior. But that's simply not true. If we put this little formula into practice, we'll know what we are really thinking, what we are really feeling, and we will be able to communicate this truth to others. Now, that's authenticity and self-love. Now that we know what self-love is, loving and appreciating who you are and being your most authentic self, let's talk for a moment about what self-love is not. First and foremost, self-love is not selfish. We are often taught that self-love is selfish, but that's not true. When we love ourselves, we can actually love other people in a deeper way. Knowing and loving yourself creates emotional maturity and awareness. That maturity and awareness can help us connect and pour into others with even more depth. Furthermore, self-love is not accepting social media as your standard for the way you should live your life. Social media can affect your mental health in a negative way. It's easy to compare our life with other people that we see or follow on social media. What you see people post on social media is not the full scope of their life. It's just little snippets. It's easy to fall into a comparison trap when we don't know what someone else's life is really like. The people you follow on social media have weaknesses, struggles, and insecurities just like you. You just may not be able to see them. Social media can be a great way to connect with friends and family, but it can also be a place that causes a lot of insecurity and stress. Being mindful of your social media consumption. If you begin to notice that you are comparing yourself to others in an unhealthy way, maybe you're struggling with body image, feeling like everyone else has a better life than you, or even just spending too much time on social media, I really want to encourage you to take timeouts from social media. Social media should not make you feel bad about yourself. Taking it one step further, self-love is not hurting yourself through self-harm. When we don't feel safe to express our true emotions or we don't feel heard by those closest to us, we may take our emotions out on ourselves by harming ourselves. Maybe you've tried approaching a parent or a friend to share something, but you didn't feel safe or they didn't respond the way you were hoping. We may cut our skin or pull our hair, control our emotions through an eating disorder, or even have suicide ideations as a way to escape and deal with our emotions. I know these things may seem like the only outlet for your emotions at the moment, but I want you to find healthier options. I want you to think, harmful things are not an option for me. There are safer, healthier, more loving options and things I can do. Let me think and focus on those things. If you struggle with any of these things, please tell an adult so they can help you the way you deserve to be helped. Lastly, having an addiction is not self-love. Turning to things like alcohol, drugs, even prescription drugs, excessive shopping, or excessive gaming are not forms of self-love. When we don't feel well emotionally, we may just want to escape and not address what we're experiencing. Please reach out to someone if you need help with any of these addictions. It's so important to talk to someone about your experiences. And I hope this video has helped you gain clarity on what self-love is and what it's not. In the next video, I'll share a handful of daily habits you can implement to help you practice self-love. I'll see you there.